Well, Animoca's headquarters is based in Hong Kong, and obviously we go to major conferences. And as a headquarter in Hong Kong company and growing out of this thanks to all the support that we have been having, we would love to be here and showing presence and also meeting the fellow builders, founders, companies, developers and all that and working together. I think essentially really come down to building what's helpful and impactful, having real adoption and implication. And we also have a regional localization strategy in different regions with high crypto adoption, such as in Turkey, in Korea, in Vietnam. We're putting a lot of focus. And we are really working together with enterprises with large user base and also large user base consumer apps to integrate crypto, wallet, identity, reputation data within the existing app itself with millions of users. So for us, it's not really just for staying relevant, is really being in touch with the consumer directly and providing a solution where we can onboard consumer directly into crypto and blockchain. I think for us, it's really a matter of curating the best ecosystem, the verticals, the cultural verticals that we're focusing on. We have been focusing on the consumer verticals, healthcare, sports, education, gaming, and all these verticals that is able to onboard a lot of users. So those are the partners that we focus on. And obviously, we first prioritize the ones that are genuinely curious about crypto and aligned with our ethos on digital property rights and the ownership. So that's why we start with digital identity, because we want to give the ownership of data back to the users. So we think about security a lot and think about basically from a persona point of view, from a new user point of view, what do they care about, what are they paranoid about in terms of the step-by-step user journey and user experience. So our account abstraction wallet, the smart account that we're building to help onboard users, actually have security features. You have like recovery to make sure that the users lose their key, they still have access to their assets. There's a lot of things that we have been putting a lot of thoughts into it. But I think more importantly is how can you provide an amazing experience to the users. If you have to maximize security and trade off the user experience, I would always going for meeting the standard of security, but then maximizing user experience and the easiness of onboarding. Because we need more users. We shouldn't have differentiated Web3 experience and Web2 experience anymore. Not a Web3 game and a Web2 game. It should be a game, it should be experience, and it should be delightful. I think Animoca really, in the past 8 years, we have been supporting the entire ecosystem, and that's why we invested in more than 540 portfolio companies. And not only that, we're working with the Hong Kong government, Standard Chartered Bank, HKT on issuing stablecoin. We're working in the Middle East. We're setting up an office there to go having a regional exposure, working with local partners. So Animoca is not really just an investor. We want to support and grow the ecosystem together, and Moca Network, Mocaverse is the layer to amplify the entire network effect of what we're building. And once we build this network, we want to share it with everyone else so that the ecosystem can grow. We invest to grow the ecosystem together and lift the boat all together here.
To get to the point where you want to get, where you actually want to invest in everybody and grow together, you've had to cross a lot of hurdles. You've had to get past a lot of things. What is the next hurdle? Where do you see yourself, hey, this is something that's going to become a problem? What would it be?
Become a problem. I think the problem would be, how do you work with the right people in this space? Because recently you have seen multiple bad actors, and you just need to make sure you're working with the right guys. And regulation coming in, but not too harsh in a way that is not hindering adoption. I think balancing that regulation, compliance, holding people accountable, and also giving enough flexibility for crypto adoption, that is a really, really tricky, sweet balance that the whole industry needs to able to achieve. I think that's really the main thing there. And I think the image of crypto in general is also very important. What's the first thing people see when they come into crypto, come into blockchain? Is it a meme coin? Or they feel amazing experience that is being amplified by blockchain that Web2 cannot achieve. A lot of the Web3 applications right now are developing something that people don't understand. but how can you build a Web 2 application that can be enhanced and improved by blockchain because of its interoperability and network effect, because of the nature of it. Yeah, for sure, because I think as Bitcoin get more adoption, institutional adoption, actually there's a lot of the institutions are interfacing with Animoca. We're working very closely with them. And the adoption is not just Bitcoin, but like how do you structure a financial opportunities for everyone to participate in this era of blockchain thriving. And Bitcoin is one way to think about it, but there are also other altcoins that are providing utility and like really sharing the distribution and ownership of a network, and how you can grow the distribution and the ownership of the network through Animoca Brands, through investment, through being an operator, and through being an advisor to grow the distribution of it. And what we believe from Mocaverse point of view and Moca Network is growing the distribution and network through digital identity, giving ownership of the user identity, maximize the interoperability of that digital identity and data across the entire ecosystem.